Viewed up. Oh, Crafted Crew. What's going on, man? It's your boy TazCRFTD. Appreciate y'all tapping in with me. If this your first time, welcome. I really never know how to describe myself. I'm a creative that's creatively done business for a long time, man. And right now, I'm taking a little time out the way. Like I always say, life is about balance. I just did a video down on the beach. It's probably gonna come out before this one. Just break down my views and my philosophy on life and how you should do it. So just to recap that real quick, man, I say you got two sides to yourself. One, that's the family side, that's the love side, that's the replenishing side, and two, that's the hustler, that's the entrepreneur, that's the worker, that's the go-getter. And with that, is going to be great at something. That's the key to the game out here. Before we get rolling though, I'm gonna do a little podcast for you guys out here while I'm on the balcony chilling. But before I get rolling, listen, Indigo 4s are out right now, okay? If you haven't seen it on my Instagram, the Indigo 4s, they're out, drop. I appreciate the love on them, man. They're selling. We did 100 pairs, so the first 50 pairs have already sold out. The second 50 pairs are dropping right now. So while you're watching this video, they're probably out on crafted.store. So man, go get you a pair, bro. They're good. They're a fall shoe. I know I'm out at the beach right now, but that indigo, the blue color is a color of replenishing. It's the color of the soul. So man, go get you a pair, man. It's special. You can't get these from anywhere else. I'm gonna put a comment up for my Instagram on the screen with my man. He came through and tried to hate on me like I didn't know the Indigo 4s didn't exist before I created them. Come on, man. But yeah, other house notes. The Patreon is live right now, man. Go join the Patreon. You know, it's the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, the league right now. We're bringing value to the people, bringing value to our Patreon members. So go join. I'm doing free business consultations, life consultations to all of my guys, all my young ladies, whoever joins the Patreon. All my Patreon members are getting free consultations and those prize pick lines, man. I'm I always say I'm not a gambler, but how could I be an entrepreneur and say that I'm not a gambler? So I am a gambler, but gambling in a reasonable way. You know, I like to gamble with the numbers, so I'm more of a poker player than a roulette player. That's too, roulette's a little bit too risky for me. You can't really gauge it, but if there's a little bit of skill involved, if there's skill involved, I can get down with it. So, man, my betting guys, they're mathematical geniuses, okay? Like, I don't want to go crazy with it. I take it slow, I take it easy, but I thought as a part of the Patreon, it's a good portion to have. It's something that you guys can do to just get some extras, especially with the economy the way that it is right now. We could all use a little bit of extras out here. So join the Patreon. The prize pick lines from my guys are live in the Patreon. We're gonna do it by live mass text. So, make sure you have a phone line available, or if you got an email that comes directly to your phone or something like that, the lines come through right before the game starts. So, gotta make sure you stay in the loop. And like I always say, man, slow and steady is gonna win the race with this. Okay, you don't have to. There's no betting big. Okay, everybody is relative as opposed to the money that they have allocation to. All right, so what we talking about today? Let's figure it out real quick. Go through it, put it down. Y'all already know. I heard your boy Sam Bankmon Freed done got jammed up, man. They found him guilty. They're looking at sentencing him 100 years right now. So listen, I've said it. This is before I hopped on YouTube. If you scroll down my Instagram, I've been told everybody, man, that crypto journey, I ain't see it. I literally laid it out for you guys. If you really were tapped in with me and you had the consultations rolling. So, you know, it's value, value, value. That's all that you can really base anything on. So when you look at something that doesn't have an intrinsic value, then you really don't have a business. That's the reason why a lot of the top end companies in the stock market right now are struggling because they actually haven't brought value to the world. I mess with a lot of my VC homies, talk a little shit to them and let them know my businesses, I've made money in the margins. I brought value to a customer, and in turn, they chose to give me money for it, even exchange, instead of being rich off what the business evaluation is. But man, Sam Bankman Freed it's looking like it's gonna be a long road for you. They're gonna give him 100 years, and overall, you can tell that the risk assessment was wrong. Okay, his risk assessment in life was wrong because at no point in time would I trade 2 to 3 years of my life for 2 to 3 years of, by the way, going crazy. My man had a view similar to this one with his own crib in, I don't know, what was it, DR somewhere with tax evasion purposes. But listen, you got to evaluate that better. You can't trade 2 to 3 years of living crazy for 100 years of being behind bars. It's not a good trade, not whatsoever. So you have to study the game tape, like we always talk about. When you study that, you look at it, you say that, like my man Nip, R.I.P. Nip, always said, this thing's a marathon. It's about longevity. I've been creatively running businesses for 2 decades plus at this point. It's a slow and steady wins the race. The same thing I tell you on the Patreon. That's how we really put it together. Look, anyway, what else rocking out there? I heard I heard your girl Kim Kardashian. Well, Kim Kardashian's daughter is telling everybody that she prefers it at dad's house. Shout out to Kanye, man. I was talking to wifey about it the other day, and it's important to have that that two parent household. But it's almost vitally important to have that father figure around. Now, the mother, nobody can nurture like a mother, but I'm sure that the daughter prefers dad's house. It's a comfortability factor. It's a safety factor. You know, I know how my daughter and my wife are when they with me. Everything's good. They inside right now, chilling. You know, that's the that's the real American dream out here, man. And as we look at it, I think man, Kanye might have been more right than we really thought he was. Kanye's he's a long form type of speaking. That's the way that he communicates. He can't do it in short form. You can't just take a sound bite of Kanye because with the English language, there's so many different definitions to each specific word that you really have to analyze which definition of the word is Kanye using. And a lot of times Kanye is using the definition of a word that's 4 or 5 down in the Webster's definitions of words. So you really have to let them talk in long form, and you might just have to give it time. That's the real thing with it. But look, man, I hope that end all be all that little girl feels safe wherever it is she's at. That's the most important thing. But give Ye some credit, man. Give Ye some credit. But look, I'm gonna make it a short pod. I ain't really want to talk about too much. Let y'all see what was going on. Tap in with y'all again, and yeah, look right here, the Indigo Fours going crazy right now. I appreciate the support. I appreciate everybody that got a pair. First 100 pairs have been shipped and landed. So yeah, we might do another 100 pair release. Probably gonna do it. Link in the bio. Crafted.store. CRFTD.store. And y'all join the Patreon. Like I said, man, prize picks going crazy. Consultations going crazy, man. Lock in, tap in with us. As usual, stay crafted, stay easy. Let's go.